Hey everyone,
Hello.
thanks for coming.
Today we're going to learn about what makes your stomach feel bad
Bad and icky.
and how that might affect your throat at a later date.
Yeah, the stomach and the throat are actually more connected than a lot of us think they are, through the esophageal pathway. Do you want to speak to that at all, or do you want me to run with it?
Well, the thing about the
Esophageal pathway.
esophageal pathway that many people don't realize is that it only goes one direction.
Yes.
And that's not up, it's down. Where? Your stomach. And so what happens, well, what's been happening to me lately is I've been consuming crab rangoon, pork fried rice, ice cream, just Doritos, and all sorts of crap.
Yeah.
And I haven't been feeling that great this morning, from a esophageal perspective.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Those are all foods that will absolutely destroy the lining of your esophagus.
And that's what happens?
Yeah, so what happens is it will tear away and slowly break down. There's a thin lubricant in the esophagus.
Natural
Natural
usually.
lubricant. There's some unnatural lubricant sometimes.
We'll get into that later.
But yeah, that's another. And so the natural lubricant over time, if you're eating these very acidic foods, crab rangoons, Dorito Locos Tacos, just to name a couple of the bad ones.
Why are they so acidic?
So what happens is, because of the FDA ruining everyone's lives slowly but surely, they approved that all of our food gets sprayed with extra acid to help with shelf life. And so that's why people are dying at unprecedented numbers just from this esophageal leakage, as we call it in the industry of health. When the esophagus starts to leak, then that means that the acid is actually making it directly into your bloodstream. And have you ever heard of people tripping on acid?
I have.
That's because the acid gets into your bloodstream and you actually start to lose your grip on natural and normal consciousness. And so when you start to lose your grip on that, not only is your stomach hurting and you have little tummy aches and pains and sorenesses, but you actually start to have mental aches, pains, and sorenesses, and that creates little squigglies in your eyesight, which makes you really dizzy. And when you get dizzy, you get lightheaded, and that hurts your tummy even more because you get nauseous. And then once you get nauseous, you start to want to throw up, which brings the acid back up into your esophagus. And what does the esophagus, what should it go?
Down.
One way, down. And so when it starts to go
Up.
two ways, up and down and then up, what happens is you actually there's more leakage, and it leaks back into your bloodstream, and it's just a vicious cycle. And that's why mental health is at a crisis, a state of crisis right now.
Because we're eating too much crab rangoon.
Yeah, it's mostly crab rangoons. And if you notice, some of your most local restaurants are suspiciously starting to offer crab rangoons at a rate that you didn't before realize.
Starbucks.
Yeah, Starbucks,
McDonald's.
Domino's Pizza.
Domino's. My uncle makes them now. I can't get away from it.
No. And honestly, that's big pharma. Crab rangoons were invented just recently in history by Pfizer. And before that, no one had crab rangoons. No one did. No one even knew what a rangoon was. They'll tell you they know, but they don't. And so once they started stuffing crab in it, things got really crazy. Because you've heard of imitation crab, right?
Yes.
That was Johnson and Johnson. They had a partnership with Eli Lilly, and they created imitation crab. and it blew up. That was back when people started getting healthier, so pharmaceutical sales were down. Eli Lilly got together with Johnson & Johnson and created imitation crab as a collaboration. Pfizer was like, hell no, but also hell yes, because we can ride this and create the crab rangoon. But the crab rangoon has the highest acid levels of any sort of snack that you can eat. And so that's what's created this epidemic of acid reflux and then therefore mental health.